They've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Cowboy 80. Eagle. Go.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Jets now are 2-5 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You look at this Colt defense. And they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
79 Broncos. Hurry.
Now Richardson. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now he's...
Touchdown, Jets! Garrett Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. On first down, gone. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
So this game, Charles, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
19 Tiger.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Richardson looking to throw this. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
To try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's gone. Pressure gets to it, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
The Colts send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded at about the 28.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a three-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it. It's good.
Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Go.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That result really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the '85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
This now a 3rd and 4.
60 Mavericks. Ready, ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on 3rd down. Play action. Now Richardson.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Ready, ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. He's still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Josh Downs, 54 yards. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead.
Point after here coming up. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Gay's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Go, Reed, go.
Here's Pollard again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Richardson. Slinging this out for Pollard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Richardson off the play fake.
And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Go.
Goff now to throw. His throw incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go. 76. 70.
Back to throw. Goff. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to all get it back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives, making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Goff now looking to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Goff on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Goff's throw taken in by Edwards.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Now Goff. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now Goff looking to change the play. 2nd and 4.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 75 yards.
And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Richardson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a good run here as he'll run all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 40-yard
line. Now Richardson. That's dumped off to Pollard.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now it's Richardson. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Trying to run forward, Pollard.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
That's going to be taken in by Downs. Touchdown! Josh Downs.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A Nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Jets.
Now the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Jets 36, Colts 12.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. From the gun, here's Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When the running game's not working sometimes, you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey, 76! 76! There we go.
Again, Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Richardson to throw off play action.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
First down, Indianapolis.
Goff now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on a sack, and it brings up 2nd. Here's Goff. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline. because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Goff going to move his guys around a bit.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Gone.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to 20.
Makes the score Jets 39, Colts 19. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
The no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Check smash. Check ready.
Second down, Pollard again.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Richardson.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Across midfield. He's on his way.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
So a fourth-quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we...
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's gone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready? have any Lions? Ready, ready.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets,
they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.